Hello, everyone, and welcome back to BrokeN Boys. This is episode 158. I am Mike.
And I am McCollin.
McCullen Cookie. Um, yeah. Don't really have much of a plan today, honestly. We're gonna see what's going on. I'm sure Colin had the busiest week that he can talk about for the next hour, but we got stuff. So go ahead and start your hour-long talk. How was your week, Colin?
Started out, woke up on, when's the last time we talked? Friday? I woke up on Saturday.
That's good. That's a good start.
Yeah, good start. Didn't have work, so, just hung out with Max, and, don't remember what we did, honestly. I think we just hung out around the apartment all day, and then maybe went to the store. I think we got some Thin Mints because they were Girl Scouts.
Ooh.
So they're good. Love a Thin Mint.
Mm-hmm.
Also, how familiar are you with Girl Scout cookies?
Well, my mom also just got an order of them, and I think we have 5 boxes that just arrived upstairs. But
Oh.
I'm fairly familiar with most of them. I'm not sure if I've ever had a Samoa, but I think that's the only one.
You know tag-alongs too, right? The peanut butter chocolate ones.
Let me make sure. Girl
Like a red
Scout.
box.
Yes, yeah, that's the one we have. Yeah.
Yeah. So I found out that they have different names depending on where they're sold.
Really?
So yeah, we were at the table and they had Samoas and they had tagalongs, but tagalongs were called peanut butter patties, and Samoas were called caramel delights.
Oh,
and I was like,
interesting.
that's weird. So I asked like the mom, and I was like, that's weird. That's a different name than I'm used to. And she's like, yeah, they're different depending on where they're sold. And I was like, huh. So then I talked to my mom, and I was like, did you know this? And she was like, no, I didn't. And my sister was a Girl Scout for
Yeah.
a good many years, so that was interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I remember like Schlatt did a Girl Scout tier list one time, and like he's from New York, and they have the same naming system that I'm familiar with.
I mean, they were real Girl Scouts, so it's like,
Yeah,
I
they were off-brand Girl Scouts.
I had them show me their license and everything, and just
It's just all this woke culture nowadays. Can't
that's
call
what I'm
them
saying.
can't call things Samoas and Tagalongs.
Not sure what tag along is offensive to, but
So every time I hear it now, I think of the language. I think it's a language, Tagalog. I believe that's what they speak in Philippines. Yes. So I guess it's offensive to the Filipinos, calling a cookie kind of their language. I don't know.
But yeah, but Sunday I had work, so I did that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it was too bad. Don't remember though. What we were pretty. I think we were pretty slow. I think I got to leave early that day.
Mm-hmm.
Monday I had classes. I didn't go to my history class because this week, it's the week before spring break, so it was just like pretty done.
Right.
In that class, it's like there's not a real big emphasis on attendance, and also it's just lecture and just papers to do. So I was like, fuck it. So I didn't go to that at all this week, and I was like, I don't care. Spanish was all right. Had another quiz this week. Wasn't a group quiz, but fun time.
That's only going to happen when you need to be out of class. So.
Yeah.
To listen to 21 Pilots. Yeah.
Only when I have incredibly important things to do will that happen.
Yeah.
My education class is okay. Didn't. Yeah, nothing of note there really. Just more millennial professor being
right.
Talking mom talk, being a mom, talking about her kids, talking about how much they piss her off.
Yeah.
And fair.
She's a millennial mom though, so she just gotta give them an iPad. They'll be good.
Yeah, they'll be all right. They're teenagers.
I mean, still.
Yeah. Had a paper to write. I finished that before the pod. It was about for the history class. It was about water systems and cities, how those started.
Hell yeah.
The most interesting topic on the planet.
Oh yeah.
I listen to a lot of 21 Pilots. I'm on that grind before the new album, as I always am.
Yes.
And just listening. I put in my Vessel CD, which is the European edition with the.
Ooh, I think I have that one too. Yeah.
With those regional at best tracks on it, and I was like, damn. And I was like singing along, and I was like, damn. I'm surprised that I know like the lyrics to these because I did not listen to these songs to any near the extent that I've listened to their main stuff.
Right.
So it's like I was listening to Kitchen Sink, and I was like, oh yeah.
It's those musical memories of when we were, getting our start.
Oh yeah.
It's just ingrained in there.
Yeah, it is. And I've been getting a lot of 21 Pilots on my TikTok.
Yeah, we kind of. I was sorry not to interrupt you, but we kind of talked a couple weeks ago, maybe it was last week, about how we've been getting like kind of similar 21 Pilot stuff, and it's like, you're beautiful, like kitchen sink or something like that. I've been getting a lot of those for some reason, but they've been getting increasingly more deep cuts, like old Tyler Joseph songs. Like
you're beautiful like brown.
Yeah, you're beautiful, like taken by sleep and stuff like that. I'm like, oh my god, and those are like what you were saying about like how the regional best ones. You're like, how do I still know the words to these? That was what it was for me for Tyler Joseph stuff. There'd be like these deep cuts from Tyler at age 17. I'm like, bro, why do I know the words to this still?
Right?
Yeah.
It's just it's real good. But I was playing Vessel in the car, and I skipped to the regional at best tracks. He was like, I feel like listening to those right now.
Yeah.
And like I said, I've been getting a lot of 21 Pilots in my feed, and like I've gotten a good amount with Kitchen Sink is the song, and Max has been around, so she's just heard that a lot. And the song started in the car, and she's like, "Is this that one that goes? Nobody thinks what I think." And then Tyler went, "Nobody thinks what I think." And she, I was like, I'm like, oh, I'm indoctrinating you.
Welcome to the cold click. Yeah.
And she fucking and she's like overcompensate. She'll like start singing that sometimes, and I'm like, oh my god, it's happening. I checked my last FM to see how many times I played that song. It said I only listened to it 22 times, but I feel like it's more than that.
Yeah, I mean that can stack. I think mine's only at like 9 or something. I feel like I've listened to it a million times. So like, I don't know.
But yeah, that was fun. I played Helldivers with all of my siblings this week, which was a barrel of fun. Just being killed by June and Noah. Maddie was pretty. They were pretty. They've been all Maddie has played since August is Baldur's Gate. and I saw that they were playing fucking Helldivers, and I texted them, and I was like, "Holy shit, you're playing a different game!" And they went, "Yes, I'm playing a different game." And, and I was like, "Oh my god!" But we played that together, and fucking uh, Noah like blew me up a couple times. June shot me in the head on accident. It's the friendly fire in games is very fun, but that's one that's very fun to play with people. It's a very fun experience. I listened to Where We've Been and Where We've Been, Where We Go From Here by Frico. I don't know.
Oh, is that one that's highly rated on Album of the Year?
Yeah, it's like a red cover with a cardinal on it.
Yeah, I've been meaning to check that one out.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, "Oh, I'll check it out." I saw that it was like indie rock kind of
Right.
stuff, and I was like, "Okay, yeah, I'll check it out." And it's good. It's got good vibes. It's reminiscent of a lot of different artists. Like there's a little bit of Arcade Fire at points, and Sufjan Stevens at others. Um, good vocals, good production. I've only listened to it in depth once, so I'll have to come back to it. But for right now, I liked it quite a bit.
Sick.
I'm sure I think you'd like it.
Yeah, I will check that one out. So it's actually number two of the year so far.
Oh,
So that alone makes me want to just check it out. But
yeah.
we'll see.
Uh, and then I've just been getting a shit ton of Dune 2 spoilers on my Twitter feed,
Yeah.
which not cool, not cool. I've nothing like too bad, but I'm just like, man, I gotta wait to see this till I go home, and
Yeah.
I'd really like to not have it all spoiled.
Yeah. Crazy ask nowadays.
Yeah, I know, but hey, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much my week. I didn't do a whole lot, just work, school. Oh, on because I'm going on spring break, my scheduling manager decided to, squish all my hours into the days I was available.
Mm-hmm.
Like she likes to do before breaks, and I haven't worked on Mondays or Wednesdays this entire semester. And this week I was scheduled on a Wednesday, and I usually use those days for schoolwork.
Right.
So I requested cover on the app, and I got it. The shift was taken off of my days on the app, and I was like, cool, don't have to go in. Gonna work on schoolwork. It'll be cool. But apparently, the person who took my shift only took half of it.
Oh.
The entire thing was gone off my thing. So I was like,
Yeah.
okay, whatever. And then Max texts me, and she's like, our manager is saying that you gotta either call off or come in, call off, find somebody else to cover, or come in for the last half of your shift. And I'm like, what? Why the fuck would it take off the entire shift if only half was taken?
Yeah,
It
that's
should just,
annoying.
yeah. So like, my shift was from 4 to 10, so I had to go in from 7 to 10, and fucking if it had been any of the morning managers, I would have said fuck no, I'm gonna call off. But like I like that manager, so I was like, all right. And Max was like, yeah, she said that she doesn't know what she's gonna do. So I was like, ah, damn it. Um, so I just went in, took the bullet, and it was a pretty bad, very understaffed night.
Oh, awesome.
So
That's a
she
cherry on
like,
top.
yeah, she was grateful that I came in, but I was like, damn it, like fucking a bus full of teenage girls waltzed in pretty soon after I started my shift,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, yay!
What
Luckily, that wasn't too bad.
what's up with your location and buses of children just like
It's
showing up? Like I'm not gonna dox where you are, but like I know the location of that McDonald's. That does not
Yeah.
look like a practical place for a bus to pull into.
You wouldn't think so,
Yeah.
but surprisingly, we get them.
Oh
And
man.
yeah, but we were very understaffed, and we were out of a bunch of things. Our frappe machine has been down for like a week, so it's
Uh-huh.
like people asking about those. Like, no, we don't have those. And the Shamrock shakes are still around.
Yeah.
And we have an Oreo Shamrock McFlurry, but we were out of the Shamrock mix for that.
Hmm.
So people were ordering Shamrock shakes with Oreo mixed in, and there's no way to do that unless you get like a spoon and you mix it yourself.
Oh,
And had to do that a lot.
fun.
Um, yeah, it was a fun night, fun
Mm-hmm.
time.
Oh,
Uh,
for some reason I never connected the dots when you were saying you were short staffed and you had a bus of teenage girls come in.
yeah,
I didn't connect how those things are not a great combination.
no,
Yeah.
not.
Oh
But yeah, that
man.
was a fun time. I love working at a fast food restaurant, but
Uh-huh.
what are you gonna do? Um, but yeah, that's pretty much my week. Just coming home in a couple days. So
Hmm.
um, you ain't ready, bud. Um,
What are you gonna do?
wouldn't you like to know?
I guess so.
Nothing. Just gonna come say hi. Just
Just
gonna
saying hi.
say
Just
hello. Yep.
mhm.
Say hi. Um, but yeah, how was that an hour
You're like 45 minutes short, but you know,
or okay?
it's okay. I guess I can talk for that long.
That was
So
your that was your week.
so I was born on July 20th. I don't know if I want to
Wait.
dox myself. In one of the 2000s. Okay, I don't know.
What social security number were you assigned with?
Oh, well, yeah, that was three. No. um, no, but my week was fine. Kind of same old, same old. Little bit of a similar week as it was last week. You know, took care of the dog a couple times. Again, grandma's dog. She's
How's she doing?
she's doing all right. We saw her yesterday or 2 days ago, one of those. Um, and you know, she's doing all right. Still getting, you know, she's in rehab, so she's still getting rehabilitated
Right.
to her senses. It sounds like she's like retraining her brain right now to like um, have proper depth perception between her eyes. It seems like that's off right now. So like she's like, yeah, that clock on the wall. Sometimes there's two of them and stuff like that. It's like, oh man. But like it's also like you know hard for her to have coordination and stuff like that because of the depth perception and yeah.
Yeah.
But it's all things that the doctors are saying she will definitely be able to like retrain and stuff. It's not like there won't be permanent damage because of this or anything. So
Good.
that's good. So yeah, she'll be there for like another week yet. But after that, she'll be good. I recorded a bunch of little piano covers for her.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was actually my mom's idea. It was she's like, "Hey, this piano stuff you play around here, you should send some of those to her." And I was like, "It's a good idea." So yeah, just did a little bit of mix of some good sounding new stuffs like Leve sounds really good on piano.
Mm.
Some of those got some oldies in there. Got some you know your Beatles and your Can't Help Falling in Loves stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, just recorded like a little lo-fi mix. It's I didn't use a microphone or anything. I just put my phone on the piano and played. Um, but
Lo-fi mixed rehabilitate too.
yeah, yeah, you know. That's a great name. But uh, yeah, I just finished that up earlier today, so I'm gonna send that to her, and hopefully she'll like that. Just some piano music. But yeah, took care of the dog a couple times this week again too. The dog came here. I got a really funny video of Riley because both of them are very good animals. Like I don't think either of them would hurt each other. And Sadie, the dog, she lives with cats, and she knows how to deal with cats and stuff. But Riley don't know how to deal with dogs. It's
Yeah.
not in his expertise. But when earlier this week when my grandpa brought Sadie over, Riley like ran downstairs or whatever, and at some point, Sadie just like flopped and was looking out the front door, just like on the floor, looking out the front door. And I was sitting on the couch and I could just see Riley ever so slowly, like sneaking his way behind her, like, making no noise whatsoever. I got a really funny video of him just like basically on a stealth mission, just sneaking behind the dog to go through the hallway to go to a room where it's safe. um, but yeah, that was really funny. But I think the second time that she came over, Sadie the dog, it was I think she got a little scared of Riley because Riley hisses at her and like growls and stuff because cat and dog. But I think she was getting a little scared of him and I felt a little bad. But you know what, Riley's being dominant.
Stay out of my territory.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, I didn't know he had that dog in him, but, yeah. Other than that, though, I mean, the week has been fine. Yesterday I decided to make a bad decision, and I mentioned I think a couple weeks ago that I tried Dave's Hot Chicken for the first time. It was pretty good, and I went there again. Maybe I think the week after that. It was also good. But this time I went there and I decided to try their hottest spice because I tried. It goes like extra hot up to Reaper is what it's called. And I tried the extra hot the last time I was there and it was good. It had definitely a good kick to it. I'm like, you know what? I'm a spice guy. Not related to the Spice Girls, but I'm a spice guy. And I just kind of want to see it. So I got like a they call them sliders, but it's basically like a spicy chicken sandwich, with the extra hot and then a tender of the Reaper. So it was just straight spice on that Reaper on that tender. And yeah, that was not a great decision. I had to sign a waiver when
Yeah, I was gonna say.
yeah, when ordering that Reaper sauce, I had to sign a waiver basically saying, "Hey, this could cause problems for you. Even death was on there." I was like, "Damn, this is some real shit." And yeah, I brought it home with me. Got the milk out and stuff, and they weren't getting around.
Yeah.
I've for those unfamiliar, I know you are, but I've had Ghost Peppers and Carolina Reapers with Vince for his birthday parties. Those were a long time ago now.
Mhm.
But those were basically just a bite. And while it was super hot and like, you know, encompasses your mouth with spice and heat, um, it was just a bite that you had to get through. This is a big chicken tender, and
Yeah.
it was like a similar spice level. I think I looked it up, and I think it looks like it's around like 2 million Scoville just for that. Like it's a giant jump from the extra hot up to that thing. and,
Do you
um,
eat that after the extra hot so you could enjoy something before that?
I kind of did them side by side.
Well, that probably didn't help.
um, I don't. Yeah, maybe it didn't. I don't know. I had like they gave me like a bunch of honey and like Dave's sauce and stuff, so I was just trying to cover it up with that, and like it kind of worked, but then like it would slowly creep up and just like you know it would creep up.
Yeah.
Um, and I got through it. It took me like 45 minutes to get through that tender. Um, but I did it. And I was like, okay, cool, that was cool. But the thing, like I said about the peppers, it was just a bite. This was, a whole piece of chicken. And it really kind of like upset my stomach all of last night.
Yeah.
I kind of not to get too gross, but I could feel the digestion of it basically in every stage. And I got some like really bad like stomach aches and stuff last night, and
Oh,
um, kind of carried into this morning. So that kind of put me out a little bit.
a red
Um,
ring of fire this morning.
yeah, a little bit of that too. I expected that, but
Yeah,
the actual digestion part was a new for me. Um,
yeah. Maybe don't do that one anymore.
yeah, I won't. It was kind of like I told my family I was like, unless I need to prove a point for some reason, I'm not going to get that again. But you know, and it was kind of the spice where it wasn't even really enjoyable. Like I said, it was pretty much like those peppers. So
Yeah.
it's just straight heat. It's not an enjoyable experience. So there's no reason to get it besides proving a point, and that's why I got it in the first place, to prove a point to myself and to feel something, I guess. Um, I got kind of a funny picture of me after like 3 bites or something. Like,
Send it.
yeah,
Show it on
I'll have to send
pod
that.
pic.
I can actually, yeah, I can probably do that. But that was an experience that, if you're into spice, maybe I'd recommend. But um, we'll send it. Um, I'm gonna go through. Yep, there we go. There I am. That's me after after 3 bites, watery eyes, runny nose. Um,
They've never seen. Have they seen that set before? That's where we originally did the podcast, guys.
oh yeah, I'm not.
Right,
No, they
man,
haven't seen that. I don't think that
so
is
that not
the
that.
not that angle, but that is uh, the table that you can't see.
Yeah.
It's the room we recorded.
The room
But
where it happened.
that is the room where it happened. I'm getting a lot of Hamilton stuff recently on my TikTok
Me
too.
too.
I don't know
Oh,
why.
I saw like the entire reaction of a guy's. Somebody ripped some guy's Patreon video of him watching Hamilton for the first
Was
time and
it
just put it on.
was it H.T. Hayes?
Maybe
Is the guy
some
with
dude
the
with a
with what?
he had like a beanie on.
Yeah, it's H.T. Hayes. I actually like his reactions quite a bit on YouTube, but yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was. Yeah.
Hamilton, shout out Lin Manuel.
Love that guy.
Yeah, he's done no wrong to the musical world.
I love
Um,
him.
yes. Other than that, though, I don't really think I've done much this week. Did a
Work on
little
any music.
kind of. Like I said last week, with the whole Wilbur Soot shit happening, that I was planning on putting Jubilee Line on the EP,
Right.
and I've been trying to think if I want to replace it with something. So I've been writing some things and seeing like, if I'm getting some inspiration. I haven't produced any more music, but I need to do that. But there has been a cool development, something that I'm planning to work with someone else on something, for maybe the song you heard. But
Really?
maybe. Um, but there's been talking with someone to work on something with that, so looking forward to doing some cool things. But yeah, not really too much music stuff. I did listen to some music.
Right.
First thing I listened to was like a J-pop album because my friend Daniel recommended it to me, and Daniel does not listen to albums. He was like, "This is the
Yeah.
first album I've listened to that I liked," and I'm like, "Okay."
Jeez.
Well, yeah, he liked OK Computer. He liked that as well.
Oh, okay.
But in terms of like things that he's found on his own or something, um, and yeah, it's a J-pop album. It's called like, oh god, Kyogen. I don't know, by Ado. Uh, and basically Ado is very big with, um, she's very big in the U.S. and I can see why because it's basically American trap music mixed with uh, J-pop and like dubstep and stuff. It's like kind of all over the place. And was not really a fan. Was not really my thing. Um, but I did listen to it. There was that. You there? Okay. Yeah. Sorry, there was a weird like thing there for a sec. Um, Next thing I listened to was "Girl with No Face" by Ali X. That's another album that was somewhat big on Album of the Year. Uh,
Nice.
I saw it was like a synth pop thing, and people were liking it. I thought it was okay. I think it's kind of like very 80s synth pop sounding. And I don't know if I'm totally into just straight up 80s synth pop sounds.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
I like them. I like them mixed with new things. Maybe I don't know. I thought it was okay. There's definitely some bangers on there, but it was all right. And then last thing I listened to, an album I mentioned a few weeks ago. Was De Todas las Flores by Natalia Lafourcade, I think Lafourcade. It was Fantano's album of the year in 2022, um,
Okay.
and I've always seen that it's like really pretty and really you know gorgeous stuff or something. So I went to check it out, and I was like, yeah, this is really pretty, really gorgeous stuff. It's basically it's like Latin jazz pretty much. So kind of like the Leve album, except a little bit more jazz and a little more personalized and Latin. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, it was very nice, very good vibes all throughout, and one that um, I thoroughly enjoyed, and I'll be going back to a lot. And it
Cool.
also, yeah, it also inspired me because I was reading along with the lyrics. I'm like, damn, I do not know Spanish much anymore. um, and it kind of has inspired me. I'm on a Duolingo streak right now. I'm, I'm relearning some Spanish because I'm like, you know what? It's a good thing to know.
Yeah.
So kind of retraining my Spanish skills for the first time in oh god, do I actually want to count those years? 7, 8 years since sophomore year
Yeah.
now. Oh jeez. Um, yeah. Oh, and that also reminds me, I was supposed to send you that Spanish video again. But
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, that's a classic.
Oh,
Um, but yeah, that was pretty much my week. Also did not hit the 1 hour mark with that.
yeah.
In fact, I took about the same amount of time as you, an hour and 30 minutes. So, hmm,
Oh, cool.
yeah. but, but yeah, I do want to see Dune though. I've been hearing like fantastic, wonderful things about it. I haven't gotten any
Oh,
spoilers. So you know, weird
been seeing
flex.
a lot of funny bucket
But
bucket
oh, bucket.
memes.
Yes, yeah. That bucket is crazy. Um, but
Somebody put it in
huh?
somebody put it in their cat's litter box. The top of it. They're like wanted to spruce up his bathroom a little
That's
bit.
hilarious. Yeah, I mean, I've been hearing just great things about the movie though. Someone
Yeah.
described like Doom Part One as a speeding fastball, and Doom Part Two as hitting it out of the park or something. I was like,
Yeah.
damn, that alone just makes me want to say that's a good analogy. I don't even like sports, but but
Yeah.
yeah, yes sir, yes sir. And then we'll be seeing Hive Mind in a couple weeks too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's uh, yeah, yeah, that'll be. We won't talk about that next week, but the week after that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Once we'll talk about that and do an artist analysis.
Oh God, yeah, yeah. Well, we don't get a too long one that week, but we'll see.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'll probably update it to not be
that
too long.
that's fair. That's fair. Um, Weezer Part Two.
Oh
Um,
yeah,
oh
Drake.
yeah. That's basically Weezer Part Two for a different genre.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna say to those fellows, those Hive Mind
I don't know.
boys.
I just remembered the other day that that's a meet and greet ticket, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that. I'm like, I don't even know how that works. Like, if we just got like a minute with them or 30 seconds or I don't know.
I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Is it like a speed date?
Yeah. I mind speed date.
Yeah. Yeah.
New game.
Yeah, new game for the channel. Yeah, that reminds me to find
Let's just
Riley
go
a
up to
girlfriend.
them. Let's just go up to them and try to shoot off as many game ideas as we can before we
Yeah.
get kicked out.
But we gotta spit him out like that Tim Robinson sketch or whatever, like where he's at the at
Put you on
the
birds.
yeah at the guess the artist from the summer now guess we
Guess
date
the
broken
artist by
boys.
the
Yeah,
Guess the artist by the eyebrows.
guess the artist from the artist analysis review. um, yeah, um, I think that's a great idea.
Podcast. Yeah, that's about it.
What was that last one?
Come on the Broken Boys podcast. Be on the podcast.
Yeah, subliminal messaging. Gotta be
Let us on Hive Mind. Let us on Hive Mind.
higher fans. But yeah. Oh, something I forgot to mention. Leve dropped a new track this week.
Ooh, yeah.
Called Goddess. Did you hear it by any chance?
I sure did.
What did you think of it?
Thought it was gorgeous. But her singing on it was some of the best that I've heard from her. I saw her like teasing it and saying like, oh, it's one of my most personal songs like ever, and I was like, cool. And then yeah, pretty personal. It's very good. I liked it a lot.
Yeah. I mean, I really enjoy it too. The thing I like the most about it is the lyrics and like the first like 3 minutes or so of the song. I'm honestly not huge on just like the sound of the climax, but I'm weird sometimes. But I do really enjoy this direction though for her, and I really want her to do more stuff like this and stuff. And yeah, I mean, lyrically, it's great. Love it. Love the story and the emotion put into it. But yeah, and I think she said that she's releasing like kind of like a deluxe edition of Bewitched with 2 more songs, including Goddess or something like that.
Okay.
So that's coming
I
up.
don't know if it
So
really counts as deluxe, but
yeah,
okay.
extend. I think she called it extended or something. I don't remember what it was. I agree though. Yeah, but that was something that happened. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was seeing her tease that a lot too.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Okay, never mind. It's called Bewitched the Goddess Edition.
Goddess and Goddess sped up.
Yeah, it's gonna be like that House of Memories EP that Panic at the Disco put out. It's gonna be Goddess slowed down and Goddess sped up for sure. Those are the 3 additional tracks. God. But it's the last thing that Panic at the Disco released under their name.
Sure was.
It sure was. Oh boy. Yeah.
High Hopes was added to Fortnite Festival this week.
Hell yeah. That's what I want to hear.
I mean, there's no like fake horn instrument option, so I don't know what. Maybe that'd be lead. I don't know. But...
It's rhythm guitar.
They also had Down with the Sickness, and there's a part in that song where it's just the singer, going through a whole thing about his like mother abusing him, and it's like, don't do it again, mommy. I'll be a good boy. Don't hit me.
I didn't know that's where that came from.
Yeah, it's in that song, and that song was in like a Rock Band game like years and years ago, and they either like quieted down that part and just brought up the instruments, or just got rid of it altogether. But for this, they kept in that entire thing. It was like, really, in Fortnite? Because it's like, he's saying that he's going to kill his mother, and his mother deserves to die, and it's like, damn, okay, like it bleeps out the, bleeps out the swears, but that's That's interesting.
Yeah, I guess it's like having "Stand" by Eminem in there and keeping the part where he's killing the girlfriend or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
the the new season started today, and Fortnite's been down for like 15 hours or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And people are being real. They're like, "What the fuck,
They're
man?" Like,
foaming at the mouth.
yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking. It's a cool theme. It's like Greek gods and goddesses. This
Interesting.
season is kind of cool.
Percy Jackson
Um,
themed.
yeah.
Yeah.
But the skins are pretty cool. Other than Aphrodite, Aphrodites are kind of ass. Um, but they also have Korra from the Legend of Korra as a skin for the battle pass, which is cool.
Okay.
Um, do you know what the Legend of Korra is?
I know of it. I know people like it. I don't know anything about it pretty much. I know what
Yeah,
she looks like. Korra.
it's just this cool series to fucking Avatar: Last Airbender for those who don't know. And I was like, oh, cool.
Are they
Aang was
like sorry, are they like related? Not like familial, but like are like they're part of the same universe?
Korra and Aang, or
Yeah, Korra and Avatar.
yeah, no, they're Korra is the Avatar of her series. So
Oh, okay. Yeah, I literally know
yeah,
nothing.
it's
Gotcha.
yeah, they're in the same universe. A bunch of characters from the first show are in that one. I've never watched Korra, but I know some things about it. Um, but yeah, that was cool. My Noah was excited. I was like, oh, it looks pretty cool. He was like, yeah, if Fortnite doesn't come up soon, I'm gonna go ballistic. I was like, all right, bud, it's okay. Um,
You'll be okay.
uh,
You'll be okay.
come off the edge. It's okay. It's okay. It'll be a backup soon. But yeah, that's fun. The the creator of Dragon Ball died
Oh.
yesterday or something like that, which was kind of crazy. He was only like 68 or something.
Oh wow. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't
that
know.
is sad.
Yeah, I don't know what of, but like a lot of people on my feed were like, "Damn, I kind of owe everything to that guy." Like Aaron
Mm.
from Game Grumps, before he did like Game Grumps and everything, he was a big like animator. He drew a lot and everything, and his first big like video was like a simplified Dragon Ball Z plot
Mm.
video, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm kind of fucked up right now." It's like, damn, dude. Like, I've never been connected to Dragon Ball or watched it really, but I was like, damn, that's kind of a big loss for anime fans. I feel.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't know much about it either, but I do know a lot of the YouTubers we grew up watching just in general. Like I know a lot of the creatures talked about Dragon Ball a lot, like especially Nova James.
Yeah.
But I think PewDiePie's also talked about Dragon Ball kind of similarly
Mhm.
like that before too. I think that was just like a slightly before our time
Yeah.
thing. But yeah, I did see something about that, but I didn't know he was the creator of Dragon Ball, and I also didn't know he was that young. That's pretty sad.
Yeah, that's pretty sad. I don't know what of, but like, yeah, I saw that. I was like, damn, that's sad, man.
Yeah,
Um, uh, fucking yeah, but yeah, I don't
yeah.
know. Brad had some shit takes about Vessel this week.
Was that this week? I guess it was. Yeah, Brad, he had a Vessel by 21 Pilots at like a 40 or something for a while, which was already kind of absurd. Uh, but he said like, you know, this is unlistenable compared to Trench and whatever. Um, don't think that album's in the 40s, but you know, I can live with him feeling that way. And
Yeah,
then and then sometime this week he edited it again. And now it's at like a 27.
that's,
I'm
yeah,
like, bro, how? It's like I get not liking Tyler's delivery and stuff, but how is this album like close to AJR scores?
that first 3 song run, "Oh to Sleep," "Holding On to You," "Migraine." That
Yeah.
first 3 song run, like, dude, that
Yeah,
alone is like a 70 like, plus, like
I would
80.
I would agree. Yeah, Ode to Sleep I can't, especially I feel like that's like objectively the best song on the album.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking about it like in terms of like something that I think everyone would be like, yeah, that's pretty good. Um,
Mm.
yeah, I like
Like Truce and everything too. It's like, damn, dude. Like,
I love
I
Shrews,
just,
but yeah,
yeah, I understand that like songs like Fake You Out, Semi-Automatic, The Run and Go even, but like,
yeah,
you know, give it that whole album a
yeah.
27.
I think something
What?
like that. Yeah,
Brad.
yeah. And I think when he updated it, he said this thing just gets worse, or ages worse, with the years. Which again, I understand where that's coming from, but at the same time, it's like it hasn't aged to that point.
No.
Like it
No.
sounds like it's from the 2010s, but it doesn't sound like awful or something.
Yeah.
I don't
Like
know.
I'd understand more if that score was for regional at best,
Yeah,
but like
yeah,
for Vessel, man, come on, Brad,
yeah.
what are you doing? What's Tina doing? Like
What's
Tina,
Tina needs to step
Tina,
in.
get your man.
Yeah. Um, but speaking of Brad giving out 20s, I was right before this pod. He um, he was streaming, listening to the new Jacob Collier album that I talked about last week. The one that I was like, yeah, this is not very good.
Yeah.
Ooh, Brad did not like it either. Um, uh, I think I don't remember if I mentioned this, but for me, the album it starts off fairly boring with a couple just like, oh, why'd you do that? It's kind of just like mid for the first half, but there kind of comes a part in the middle of the album where just like consistently to the end, it's just like bad. And so when I was seeing Brad like being like, yeah, this stuff is already like 20s and 30s in the beginning, I was like, oh no, he doesn't know what he's getting in for. Um, there was yeah, there's a song on there called I mentioned it last week. It's the one with Chris Martin on it. It's called Over You,
Yeah.
and it's like it's a pop song, but Jacob Collier is rapping on it, and
Ooh.
also it's reggaeton, and also it's Coldplay pop, also it's
Oh.
EDM dubstep, and also there's a
Oh.
K-pop group rapping in the second verse in Korean on
What?
it. Yeah, this is the level of absurdity that you're getting with Jacob Collier, which sometimes every now and then he hits something that's like, oh, that's actually interesting. No, 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 not here. um, and Brad's reaction to all of those switch up and changes was so funny. I hope if he posts that video, that was such a good reaction from him. But um, yeah, uh
That's something.
it's getting harder to advocate for Jacob Collier with each with each release. There's good songs on that album, but it's oh man. um,
Ooh, yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Kind of want to just experience that song, just
you
experience it. Dude.
it's like 2.5 minutes. So or no, it's 3 minutes.
All of
So
that is in 2.5 minutes.
what was that?
All of that shit is in 2.5 minutes.
Yep, in 3 minutes. Most of those changes happen probably within a minute and a half, I would say.
Oh my.
And then it kind of repeats the second time because it's a pop song.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. Um, all I could say is that there have been multiple rap verses from Jacob Collier, and none of them are very good. That's all I'll say on that.
Wonderful.
Yeah, you should listen. I mean, just go into it knowing that on album of the year it was listed as a single, so I don't know if he made that a single after the album, but like I rated that, I'm like, this is genuinely his worst song.
Yeah.
So if you go into it with that mindset, yeah, um, that's an experience. But yeah. Also, I guess I'll mention this Saint Vincent, an artist I'm somewhat familiar with, but not really. She released a new single this week too, called "Broken Man," and I thought it was very good. It was like this kind of experimental rock type thing. It's listed as art rock on album of the year, but it's kind of noisy. It's got like a grit to it. It's really cool. Uh, Honestly, it might be my favorite single of the year so far. It was pretty interesting. I liked it. There's an album coming from her later this year, so looking forward to
Yeah,
that.
I've heard of Saint Vincent, but I've never tried her.
Yeah, I listened to her previous album Daddy's Home when it came out, just because I think Fantano liked it a lot. Yeah, he gave it a 9.
Oh wow.
I do really like a lot of the songs on there and come back to it somewhat often. I want to listen to more of her stuff, but yeah, she's pretty interesting.
Cool.
But yeah, um, well, we're at like 50 minutes.
Yeah. We padded it out.
Yeah, we did it. We did it. I did. I mean, I think it's probably fine if we transition to song of the week. You cool with that?
Yeah, we can do that.
Cool. Well, like I said, I really liked that um De Todas las Flores album that I listened to by Natalia Lafourcade. I think I should learn how to say that last name. It was just nice vibes all throughout, and one of those songs that I was vibing with the most is kind of a different one on the album. It's kind of like beach sounding, really, really just like relaxing. I just really enjoyed the vibe of it, so I'm gonna go with that one. It's called Canta la Arena, which I think is like the sand sings or something like that. Um, so yeah, gonna go with that. Canta la Arena by Natalia Lafourcade. La dueña de su amor, la dueña de su amor. All right, that was Canta la Arena by Natalia Lafourcade. What did you think of that, Colin?
I thought that was good. Very beachy, like you were saying. I like that nice little outro. Very, very soothing. It felt like a very good song to listen to in the summertime.
Yeah.
Um, I like a lot of those. The songs with that feel have that thing that kind of sounds like a monkey. It goes whoop.
Yeah, I don't actually know what that is, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
And I love that sound. So
Yeah.
anything with any song with that sound in it is good in my books. But yeah, I like that a lot. She had a nice singing voice.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, perfect song for this rainy day.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if it's rainy by you, but it's rainy here.
Oh
yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I really there's a lot of nice vibes throughout this, but that's definitely the most like straight up upbeat, like we're on a beach type sounding song on here. And like it's really
yeah.
something about that was just really pleasant to me. Every time those background vocals first come in, like the or whatever, like in the beginning, those just I love those every single time. It's such a perfect little touch. And then like
Yeah.
you're saying that outro, I don't know. The first time I listened to that, I was like, I am just like literally so relaxed right now. Like it just sounds so good.
Yeah.
It was just a good vibe, and I don't know. I liked it a lot. So yeah,
Yeah. Very contrary vibe to the album cover.
a little bit. Yeah, there's really only one song I feel like does fit that on here, but yeah. Um. Anyways, what do you think for this week?
Well, I listened to that Frico, whatever, however you pronounce it, album this week, and I thought it was pretty good. I like the intro a lot, so I'm gonna go with "Where We've Been" by Frico.
Sick.
All right, that was "Where We've Been" by Frico. What'd you think, Mike?
I thought that was really good, really intriguing. Definitely makes me want to listen to the rest of the album.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways, it actually kind of reminded me of Backseat Lovers a bit. Of
Yeah.
that last project of theirs, just in terms of how it grows and how it sits in those ambient spaces a little bit. And his vocals a little bit as well, kind of remind me of that.
Yeah.
It was good. I should check that album out for sure.
Yeah, really, really good album opener. Yeah, it also reminds me of the Backseat Lovers. I like how it kind of explodes there
Yeah.
in the middle of the end. But yeah, the whole album's kind of in that vein a bit. There are times where it gets a little softer, a little more upbeat, but it's good. I think you'll enjoy it once you get to it.
Yeah. For sure. Sick. All right. You want to do our little outro this week? I've been doing a lot of outros.
Sure, I can do a little
Yeah.
bit of an outro here.
Yeah.
If you're listening to us on audio services, thank you very much. We love you to death, and
Mm-hmm.
we are glad you're here. But if you'd like to come check out our little Discord overlay, you can come on over to YouTube under the same name, Broken Boys, capital NBOIS, and you can watch all of our episodes visually.
All of them.
All of them. A good portion have a video component, but since we live in two different places now, we're over Discord most of the time, which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sad about it.
Oh, I'm definitely not. No, I'm kidding.
But yeah, you can come check out those. And if you're on YouTube, we're on everywhere where you listen to podcasts. We're there. You can listen to us in your little ear holes. But yeah, if you want to listen to our songs of the week, we have 3 playlists for that. And you can listen to Where We've Been by Freako, or Mike's song.
Canta la Arena.
Yep, by
Natalia Lafourcade.
yeah, and like I said, there's 3 of those. There's one for me, one for Mike, and one for the both of us, as well as all our many, many illustrious guests we've had on the pod.
Mm.
And yeah, it's a good. The combined one is a good long playlist. It's over 10 hours at this point.
Yeah. Well, it's way
And
over 10 hours.
yeah, I know.
I think we might be reaching up to 24 pretty soon.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you're right.
we're in 22 and a half hours right now.
Yeah, almost a full day's worth of music.
Oh yeah,
You
all good
can
music
listen
too.
to. Yeah, every single song.
And AJR.
Yeah. There's a couple of full Spanish songs in there.
Yeah. I
You
think
can listen to now.
I think I have a Japanese one in there as well. Didn't Nick do a Japanese one when he was
I think
on?
so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, multicultural,
Yeah.
multilingual. You can check us out. Check that out. Check all of those out. Very good stuff.
Mm.
Very long and very varied. So you can,
Yes.
and it's something for every mood.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, if you want to check us out in other places, first off, you're weird. Second off, you can find Mike in a lot of different places. He makes music under the name Plaintive. He's got an album called Coping Mechanism, which came out a couple years ago almost.
Mm.
It's very, very good. Check that out with new music on the way.
Yes, sir.
And it's going to be very good. Very excited for that. He also has a YouTube page where he posts piano covers, and all of his music's also up there.
Mm.
If you want to find his music, by the way, he's on every music platform: Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you listen to music, it's there.
Mm-hmm.
Check him out. His YouTube channel is very good, though. You can see all of his old piano covers, as well as a Leve one, and more coming soon.
Yes, they will. Yes.
Yeah, go check that out. He also has an Album of the Year account where he rates and reviews music. He's a little very verified account on there, with 400 plus followers. I think I saw.
Oh, I think something like
Uh,
that. I
so
do a
you
lot
can
of
go.
follow for follows, so you
Uh,
know.
well, pick for pick.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. You can go follow Mike over there. Look at his little reviews
Mm-hmm.
and his lists and shit. He also has an Instagram and a TikTok down there. You can go check out his TikToks where he talks about music and does some and sings a bit. And,
Yeah.
yeah, it's good stuff. Also, making fun of people for not understanding the meaning of a Radiohead song.
Yeah, they can put in the comments, not that person, but yes.
Yeah, I know. Um, But yeah, you go check out his stuff. Did I miss anything of yours?
I don't think so. No.
Well, where are you in proximity to the listener this week?
Man, see, I thought having extra time to think about this would help, but now that I've been put on the spot, I still don't know. You know
Well,
what? Just because I've been in those beach vibes, I am currently in this rainy day on a beach, the closest beach to the listener, just taking in the rain.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Nice scenic portrait you painted there.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want to find me, some places I have an album of the year as well, where I write and review music. I haven't updated it in a long time, but I will get to that maybe over spring break.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I have a letterboxd where I write and review movies. Also, I haven't watched a movie in a minute, but I plan on doing at least a couple over spring break. I want to finally get to Killers of the Flower Moon,
Ooh.
and I also want to watch Dune
Mm-hmm.
2 as well. I have an Instagram review page where I once did album and music reviews. Uh, I run the socials for the pod. I do the TikTok and the Twitter, where on the TikTok I sometimes post some funny moments. Not haven't in a while, again. But I do want to get back to that, and also on Twitter I update whenever an episode drops. Talking about what we talk about.
And that is consistent.
So that is consistent. I provide links to the
Hell yeah.
episode there, so go check out those. I don't think I'm missing anything for myself other than my proximity, but
Mm-hmm.
I am on this nice rainy day. I'm not on a beach. I'm on a dreary, rainy alleyway listening to that Freako intro, because
Mm-hmm.
that's how that feels. And once but yeah, that's that. I'm in front of you in a dreary alleyway closest to you,
Mm-hmm.
um, dear listener. But what you want to talk? You want to say what happens when we come together?
Yeah, yeah, you're in that alleyway in front of the viewer, and from behind them they see me with clumps of wet sand on
Yeah.
my arms and my back and stuff. Coming up to them, I got a smile on my face, listening to Natalia, uh, La Forcade, um, uh, listen to that with my headphones on, walking towards you. I see you two. I'm like, I want to engage with these two fellow human beings. So because I'm in a good mood, so I'm gonna reach my arms out, drip some wet sand over your shoulder. I'm gonna give you one of my headphones so you can listen to Canta la Arena, and Colin's gonna come forward and give you his other headphone in your other ear so you can listen to Freako. So
Yeah.
you're gonna get both experiences at once, and then you're gonna get an even better experience as Colin and I wrap our arms around you, me from the back, Colin from the front, give you a nice little squeeze of love, and then we will give each other squeezes of loves in each other's mouths, um, uh, right next to your ear, and
We're both gonna turn down our music so you can hear it clearly.
yes, yeah, we do want you to hear that as well over the two songs. Because that really is what brings us together the most. And yeah, that's a tradition we like to call the love cage. And if you want to get your own, Colin, how can they do that?
All they gotta do is drop their little addy, their little address in the comments below.
Absolutely.
And we will find them. They won't know when, they won't know where, but we will fulfill that lovely little love cage. And they'll enjoy it more than they've enjoyed anything
Yeah, in life.
in life.
Um, and that's a guarantee.
And that's a Broken Boys guarantee.
Hell yes.
But
Alrighty. Well,
you got anything else you want to say?
I don't think so. Next week we might be in person, potentially.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll be in person. I'll be there.
we'll figure it out. Cool.
Cool.
Alrighty.
All right.
See you all then.
Bye bye.